So, Graham, later on this week, you will be leaving behind your family for what will feel like an age, I'm sure, as you head on the pre-season tour, which really kicks off everything. Pre-season really kicks off this week as they head out for that friendly against Man United and then away to their trip to Germany. What is happening? What can we expect from all of that over the coming almost 2 weeks?
I wouldn't expect a great deal from the friendly against Manchester United. I know it's only Manchester United, but Leeds aren't exactly going to be in tip-top shape themselves. They haven't got in a lot of the quality that they still want to buy. It makes me think a little bit of that game in Oslo when they played Man United in the starting 11. Of that starting 11, there's maybe only one player, maybe two players left on Leeds' books. So it was no kind of... It's no way to judge anything that's going to come from this point on, but it is just a game that is handy for Leeds to play for commercial reasons because they have a lot of fans in Scandinavia, and also they're playing a team that is considered an old enemy and kind of brings a certain commercial element and a certain number of eyeballs to it. So I certainly wouldn't judge a great deal on Saturday. Then they head to Germany straight from Stockholm, and they will be training at their training base that Daniel Farke so loves. Once again, courtesy of the German authorities saying 9, there will be no Leeds supporters there at the games. They didn't get permits to hold games in front of spectators for what the German police have told us, or at least hinted at, were safety issues, safety concerns. They didn't go into specifics, but that's how they left it. Leeds United supporters groups did try and make some headway into getting an explanation that made sense, or to get permission to have 500 Leeds fans maximum bust into the game, staying at a town 2 hours away, all very policed, all very sober, and they got precisely nowhere with that. So as it stands, we're not expecting Leeds fans to be there and to be involved. We'll be there like we were last year, so we'll be able to at least give some insight into what's going on behind the scenes, who's training well, who's there, who might arrive, who might even depart, and then what happens in the games. But the feeling is at the minute that the game coverage will, like last year, not be live, but reported after the fact under embargo. And we'll try our best not to spoil the results as we did last summer, to the chagrin of quite a few. We'll try and make sure that the first few paragraphs of our reports don't give away the scoreline or the result. It's an awkward situation again for Leeds, particularly to find yourself here for a second time, having sought and given assurances that it would be a different case. But it's considered highly unlikely, I think, that Leeds will find themselves back here a third time. A third time would be unforgivable.
Yeah, it should be made clear that Leeds as a club did everything they could possibly to make sure that fans could be there this time, having been a little bit surprised and caught out by what had happened last year from that perspective. And as you say, that trip to Germany won't be happening again next year. They can go, in fact, maybe they could go to Belfast. They can play again. It'd be better. We will have full coverage from yourself across all of the matches against Man United and then the 2 games in Germany. You can keep up with all that on Yorkshire Evening Post.co.uk/Leeds United. And Graham will have his exclusive newsletter exclusively for subscribers. Again, you can subscribe to that on Yorkshire Evening Post.co.uk /newsletter/premium.